Hello ladies and gents, this is Salamancer, Sal TV, coming at you with a game between Fragnetic and the POMS in ESEA Open Division. And of course, Open being the lowest division of ESEA, it goes Open Intermediate Invite, but we're watching a game on CP Pro Gully Wash, and not to detract from these teams because they are both extremely good. So we're watching, bam, one of the two common rollouts to Gully Wash. Bam, huge pick. Nevdog, the scout, immediately going down by Christopher, so he's dealing a lot of damage here already at this mid-fight. And I was going to say, that's one of the two common rollouts on Gully Wash. The other one is, of course, to the right. Going right means you're going to be more aggressive. Now, Chris having to fall back here, and we're watching the Chris cam because STV demos on the ESEA site seem to have been broken for this match and every match played on this day. So, instead of casting that, we are casting from Chris's perspective. And of course, Chris is a very good demo man, so we're going to watch a lot of good plays from him. Now, I actually had this game pretty much cast all the way through, and then realized that my microphone was off for most of it, so, you know, Salamancer going big on the gigantic derps, which means I've got to cast it again. So I've seen everything, but you haven't yet, and this is an exciting game, so we're going to see what happens here in round one. Now, it looks like Miss Awesome here maybe running the Kritzkrieg, which means that as they roll out and attack, they're going to want to get the crits run out very quickly. Now, I think the enemy may already realize it because she is down at about 54%, and of course, she should have charged up by now to already 100 at least once. She probably popped crits pretty early, and maybe nothing came out of it. But I think the enemy has seen this, or it could have been that she died at the mid-fight and had to come back and decided to pick the Kritzkrieg. But, of course, what that means is she's going to want to have somebody who can deal a lot of damage very quickly at a distance, and of course that is usually the demo man. We're going to watch some crit stickies coming out from Christopher, and here we go. He takes one, takes two, makes every attempt to kill the enemy demo, but actually Miss Awesome gets jumped there by, I think, the roaming soldier from the POMS, Shirls. So Shirls doing an excellent job there of stopping the Kritzkrieg from really being that effective. So now, of course, Fragnetic is on the back foot here. They're trying to defend as much as they can, shut down the enemy lanes of attack with the stickies and everything that they can do, but it's only going to be a matter of time before the enemy pushes in here. Now, whether they push in with an Uber or whatever else, it doesn't matter. Fragnetic, of course, is down a couple players. Mike now dies, and it's looking like Christopher gonna die as well to the ice skating scout, Nevdog. Now, of course, they're ice skating because there was a pause at the beginning of the game. Somebody had dropped. I think it might have been Miss Awesome. And so that is why we are watching TF2 on ice today, but of course, we all know and love it anyway. Now we're watching the TWSS cam briefly because this, of course, is what Chris was watching as he was waiting to respawn. But here we go. He's respawned, heading back out to the fight. And Fragnetic is now attempting to hold their second point. He's throwing down a couple stickies up here because he expects the enemy maybe to have jumped a scout or a soldier up there to try and flank. And now, no, he's not firing at his own team. What he's doing here is he's dropping some stickies down there on the point, charging them up so that he can get them all right next to each other. And he wants to make sure that the point is well sticky trapped so that if an enemy comes in and just decides to, oh, hey, I'm going to sit right next to this capture point, they will die. Now, we've got an Uber pushing in here, just now fading from the POMS, that is. And Miss Awesome seems to have popped a counter Uber somewhere, but we don't get to see that because Christopher is too busy playing with the enemy soldier over there and sticky trapping his own way out. Now, he does get attacked by a scout up here. Scouts, of course, the bane of demo man existence, but it looks like actually the scout does not quite manage to do his job there. So Christopher going pretty big here on defense, actually. Now, the point is going to get capped by the POMS. I don't think there's a lot that Fragnetic can really do to stop this second cap. But with two enemies down right now, that means that actually it was going to be really, really good positioning for the Fragnetic to hold on for quite a while. But now, actually, with the amount that point got capped just by that one scout coming in from the bottom, with the amount that point got capped, it means they have to leave somebody standing on it at all times to make sure it doesn't get capped. And, of course, that is a vulnerable position standing on that point. You can be attacked from front or back. So we're going to have to see if the POMS can take advantage of it, push in here, and cap last. Now, of course, I already know whether they do because I already cast it once, and that's kind of lame, but you guys don't. The Uber does come in. Looks like TWSS, the first to go down. Speed Hack was on the heavy. I think he's died as well. So that means that all the damage coming down from Christopher pretty much for naught here. There is nothing they can do to stop this cap of the POMS. And the POMS now going up 1-0 in this first half. So we're watching the rollout here, and I do believe that what Chris does this time, now he kind of misses that sticky. It's not such a big deal, but it's maybe going to make him half a second later to the point. And every little millisecond counts in trying to roll out to here, because of course, look at that, the demo man already up there. Now, Chris has taken a very aggressive rollout here. I think it's a slightly slower rollout to go out to the right, but it lets you spam into their enemy really well. And look at this, he's putting some huge spam down into that hallway, that corridor here, and it looks like POMS just got completely trapped in there. I think their entire team has pretty much gotten wiped here. Now, Fragnetic actually won the last mid-fight as well, and they won it pretty convincingly. But this time around, I think they've killed the medic, and so that's going to let them push really hard here. They take out this last scout, and I think the soldier over there as well, which means that there's nobody left alive right now for the POMS, and it looks like Miss Awesome here really wants to push in, even before most of her team does. She does have one soldier going in already, and she may just pop the Uber as soon as everybody says they're in position. And here they go. Shirls is down now. Yeah, they're pretty much want to pop the Uber right away and get in there. So Chris is actually going to do some artillery stuff to the left-hand side here while the Uber goes into the right. And yeah, make sure that scout can't get to you by dropping some stickies there. There you go. There's the first cap for Fragnetic. And of course, that was just a textbook case of when your medic dies at the mid-fight and the enemy medic doesn't have to pop Uber, that's pretty much what happens. They push into your last, they have Uber, you don't, and you really need to make them pop before they get there. So here we go, we've got Fragnetic once again taking to the right-hand side. They're making a very aggressive push here on right, and this time the rollout was just slightly faster for Chris, but also the enemy demo man seems to have taken the rollout to the right as well. So there they go, lots of damage coming out. Christopher does go down, looking at those nice earbuds, and he's doing a swan dive while he does it, but Shirl's here actually going really big, does manage to take out, or at least help take out, a lot of players here from Fragnetic. So Fragnetic not done a great job here of the mid-fight at this point. For, Speedhack trying to get out of here, but I don't think it's going to work. You know, trying to escape from two scouts when you are a scout yourself rarely is going to go very well unless you are already far enough away, or around a couple corners, I guess. Well, now here's an interesting thing. What Christopher's doing here is dropping some stickies behind that. Those are almost invisible to an enemy who walks over them. So, of course, what he wants is to deal some damage to an enemy maybe and make him run over and try to grab that health kit, which is, it's kind of, you know, it would be kind of silly for the enemy to do that anyway, just because that health kit is so visible from over here, but just on the off chance that they get anywhere close to it, he can detonate those stickies and deal a lot of damage. Now Mike has taken out Shirls, one of the roaming soldiers, but the POMS have actually decided to walk in here anyway, and it's looking like they're doing a heck of a lot of damage there. Now, Christopher did manage to get a good pill down on Nevdog, so that's one scout down. But with TWSS and Speedhack both dying, Mike was the only one left alive. He tried to go for a back cap, I think, and it just was not meant to be. So that's 2-1 in favor of the POMS. Fragnetic with a 1-point deficit right now, and there you go. That's what Chris had wanted to do that first time. Of course, hitting that roof makes the rollout slow down significantly. And again, every time you mess up that rollout, the enemy gets there. You can expect, anyway, the enemy to get there faster than you. Now he's taking a lot of damage here from the scout, and a soldier comes in to finish him off. So having that slow rollout means you get to mid, you kind of have to play defensively, and you really just can't be as aggressive as you want on the mid fight. Miss Awesome here has taken just a little bit, like some chip shots of damage. But the only people left up right now are the scouts for Fragnetic, along with their medic. Looks like the medic is safely back on somewhere around last point anyway, so actually, Mike and Speedhack going kind of big here. They are the two scouts for Fragnetic. I didn't really go down the roster this time around. I probably should have done that, but I can do it during halftime anyway. But yeah, sorry about that. Looks like Christopher doing some big damage there, taking out Insomniac from the high ground, and wow, they actually managed to make the POMS pop Uber. Miss Awesome's Uber just now coming down, and if she doesn't have to use it, so much the better. The Uber does fade now, and it's looking like, wow, they are completely trapped there, the POMS were. So that means that I think not only second, but midpoint and possibly the fourth as well are going to go to Fragnetic. They have 100% Uber. The longer they can hold on to that, the better, because of course the, wow, excellent prediction stickies there, by the way, from Chris. But the longer they can hold on to the Uber, the better. They want to walk into last with it before the POMS even have it ready. Now, Remix got taken out there by Jack before Jack managed to knock out, or before Chris managed to knock out Jack. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so tired right now. It is like 1 in the morning, but I really want to cast this game because it is a great game. So, we've got Fragnetic pushing down here onto the second point. They're trying to keep that Uber. By this point, I think the POMS are getting pretty close to having an Uber of their own. but it would be very unwise of them to try and push out. They would be pushing into the superior positioning of Fragnetic, and so now this is what Chris wants to do. He wants to push in here, drop a couple stickies here, and say, no, this is my zone, not yours. He's going to make sure that they hold this hallway. And he checks over here. That can actually be a common sticky trap or just like a soldier hiding spot. So wants to make sure there's nothing there before he hops over and checks it out and starts spamming into the point. Looks like the Uber does go down now for Fragnetic. So they're walking in with the Uber, and I don't believe that the POMs have anything to respond with. So big sticky's coming in. He does manage to kill the heavy before Jack knocks him out with a soldier, but of course, with only 2 left up now for Fragnetic, actually, this is not a great position for them to be in. Mike is doing some good damage here, but he gets taken out, so all that damage is really not going to mean a heck of a lot. TWSS, that's what she said for Fragnetic. That's what that stands for. It's not just something that I said for no reason. That's what that stands for. Yeah, so TWSS for Fragnetic being the first one up. Everybody else now up as well. They're going to try and defend as much as they can, and of course, one integral element to their defense is making sure they hold this high ground up here. I'm not exactly sure why the POMs didn't try to push out and take second. They probably could have, but wow, look at this actually. You hear that hit ding, and that's what Chris heard as well. He wanted to pop over there and just see if there's a sticky trap or something. Ended up hitting a soldier. Now the soldier didn't go down, and of course if he tried to chase after that, he would have just gotten spammed to hell from everybody sitting on the inside. Now the Uber was finally popped there from the POMs, but kind of troubling sign here. They didn't manage to push out and take second. They didn't manage to kill Miss Awesome. So Miss Awesome's going to have the Uber pushing into last. Fragnetic here, very much holding on to second. Now, I'm wondering here, yeah, okay, this is the point where Chris has to go back and grab ammo all the way from back here. That actually slows the push down significantly, believe it or not. But looks like Miss Awesome with her 100% Uber standing up there. Was that a taunt that I saw, or was that just standing still for some other reason? I have no idea. But here we go. We've got stickies going down on that door. Of course, if anybody were to try to open it just for a second, they would be at risk of taking a lot of damage there. Now, actually, a lot of damage coming in from the demo man on the POMs, and I'm afraid I don't know that demo man's name because I can't press tab to find out. This is a first-person demo because the SCV demos were broken. I think I said that once already, but it bears repeating. Valve. Alright, Christopher does go down here. Speed hack down as well. Shirls is the first one down for the POMs, but as these Ubers fade, we're going to have to see. Oh, Mike coming in here actually manages to kill a heavy, and Mike gets the cap just at the very end there with basically the entire POMs team up to stop him, but they weren't standing on that point. Didn't get the damage on him, so he just said, yeah, guys, no problem. I'll cap it. That was easy. So here we go. We've got a, looks like we're going to have a right side rollout once again for our demo man, Christopher. Pushing out to the right side, of course, being an aggressive move. We'll have to see if he can make it work. A scout getting there before he does, and I think that's pretty common on Gully Wash to see the scouts get up there pretty fast, sometimes before the demo man. Alright, and we've got a lot of spam once again coming down to this hallway. Now that is really, really crucial here. Looks like the medic for the POMs getting away, getting back, but probably being chased down by a scout here at this point. Jack getting taken out, and with most of their team down now, Shirls as well down. That's going to mean a very easy cap here for Fragnetic on mid. They don't even have to worry about being shot, really. And they get to push over towards second with basically no contest whatsoever from the POMs. So the POMs here actually look like they may want to try to contest it, but with just a couple of pills in here, not very difficult to dodge from that range. Oh, Miss Awesome gets taken down, actually drops Uber. That's not good. She got distracted. Everybody pretty much got distracted there, thinking there really wasn't anything behind them. And so Fragnetic is going to pay for that mistake. And there we go, Miss Awesome dropping Ubers every day. That is, of course, one of the things that I actually said in my first cast of Fragnetic. But yeah, here we go. Chris walking in, trying to do as much damage as he can here. I think they were trying to go maybe for a medic pick or trying to wipe out the enemies, but that really wasn't going to happen very easily when they had lost their own medic and she had dropped Uber. So with a dropped Uber, of course, that probably means Fragnetic will get pushed back to their second point here if the POMs are able to mount a good offense. I haven't seen where their medic is, sadly. I would love to be able to see that. But actually, with everybody coming back up now for Fragnetic, which is the old Water Vapor team, of course. But with everybody coming back up now, Fragnetic is looking like they are going to have a decent hold here on mid. Now, they still want to play conservatively. The enemy is going to have a significant Uber advantage, but a lot of damage being pushed out here by Chris, and as he saw everybody retreating into the doorway, he knew the medic was still out there, so he went ahead and dropped a bunch of stickies at the door, managed to almost kill the medic for the POMS, but of course at the same time, Miss Awesome took a heck of a lot of damage there. She should be getting back up a lot of health shortly. Yeah, it looks like she's grabbed at least one health kit, so she's feeling confident there, up above 100 health. Now medics, of course, are especially vulnerable to this, but anybody who goes under 100 health is at risk of being jumped on by a soldier, and one rocket will kill you at close range. So that's never fun. Force the pop. So this is what POMS wanted to do here. Rather than having the enemy pop in and attack them on last, they can at least force a pop, and now, of course, that they've done that, they have the advantage. They can run in here and say, yeah, now we're invincible and you're not, and there's no way you possibly can be. So we had a medic versus medic fight trying to needle each other down there. There was a lot of damage put onto the red medic, but the POMS have kept their medic alive, kept most of their team alive, and the Fragnetic once again has to pop back out of here. Christopher walking back towards mid, trying to set up some sticky traps. Now the POMS, I think, pretty easily are going to get to cap their second point back. That means, of course, they're at less risk of a back cap, because of course that last point caps very quickly, but everything else caps rather slow. So Christopher trying to shut down some attacking lanes, some flanking lanes there. He's got sticky traps up on the left, and I think he's going to start putting some down over on the center here. Actually detonates all of them. Not sure exactly why, but it looks like he may have just wanted to start being more offensive. That was why he was doing it. Detonates his traps so that he doesn't have to worry about walking into them himself, and he can start dealing some offensive damage with these stickies. He does take a lot of damage himself, but of course he was overhealed, and he remains overhealed, so he is just fine. And wow, actually that was really good prediction there. How much he was charging that up. I think whether he realized they were over there, maybe they had some communication going on, but that was actually really good. Lots of damage coming down right now. He managed to look like hit a pill on one of those scouts over there. So 100 damage on the scout, 84 damage on the demo man. And here we go. We've got, looks like Miss Awesome at 100% Uber. They want to push in. They want to cap this, and they will. Walking in, attacking with the Uber. They managed to force the pop from their enemies. Now the enemies are looks like, wow, actually made a lot of damage here. I'm not sure why that soldier tried to jump where he did. He could have probably cut off the retreat route of Miss Awesome, but now it's too late. Miss Awesome is going to be okay. Maybe take a little bit of damage from this soldier bomb here, but it gets defended properly by Chris, manages to take out Shirls. So here goes. Now they get to be on the offensive. They know they have an advantage in players, if not in health necessarily right now. And that scout should not be long for this world. Insomniac does go down. So we've got Christopher here hanging out on the second point as they decide to push in. Now the Ubers are going to be about even, and in fact I think there's going to be a slight advantage to Red, but of course Red can't really press that advantage. And here we go, we've got some pretty offensive play here right now. And I say pretty offensive, pretty aggressive, because of course if you walk out there you can actually take a lot of damage. Nevdog here trying to do what he can. If he can take out the medic, of course, that means the enemy can push in. But it's too little too late. I think that now with one man down, it's going to be very difficult for them to defend. Fragnetic knows this. They're going to push in here with their twitchy little ice skating legs and make the enemy pop. Then just kind of drop back a little bit, force the enemy onto their point by putting one person on it. That's some really good play right there, by the way. And wow, there goes just some huge explosions, big pipes coming in from Christopher to take that point. He waited until the last possible second to just walk in and say, hey guys, guess what? You're going to eat some pills today, and you're going to like it. So now we've got halftime. A little bit to talk about. The first thing we're going to talk about is the... Oh gosh, sorry guys, it is so late right now, and I've been talking nonstop for like over an hour. But the rollouts, no. We're going to talk about the rosters. It's another one of those RO words. The roster for Fragnetic is the one that I know. Now for POMS, I can read down these. I can say that Jack and Shirls are their pocket and roaming soldier respectively. Nevdog and Insomniac, I believe, are their scouts, which leaves YL and Board, the two that I actually don't know. I don't know whether YL is the demo man or the medic, vice versa. But that's for POMS, and for Fragnetic, it's a team that I have cast a lot before on my JTV. Miss Awesome, the medic, Christopher, demo man, Speed Hack, and Mike on scouts. TWSS, that's what she said, is their roamer, and their pocket, or no, my bad, TWSS may be playing pocket today because Remix may be playing roamer, that is Mixbot. So, one more thing before we get this round started here. Miss Awesome actually had her account hacked, so this may be the last time you see that that unusual hat And maybe, I don't know if the Blighted Bee could have an unusual effect too, probably not, but that may be the last time you see both of those things coming from Miss Awesome, because her account was hacked and all of her stuff was stolen, so that sucks. I'm totally willing to donate a hat to the Help Miss Awesome Get Her Hats Back fund. And here we go, match is live. We're going to watch what rollout we can do for Christopher in the second round, and we'll have to see. It looks like he's probably got the rollout he wants this time. That was a nice fast rollout there, so he's going to get up to the left side here exactly when he wants, be able to zone out this left side and make sure the enemy can't get up there and attack him without him knowing about it. And I like the positioning of that Sticky just sitting there behind. Wow, two soldiers actually being really aggressive here. One of them goes down right away, though. Shirls is already dead, and of course that means a lot of damage coming down on the blue team without them being able to respond. Wow, huge pick there on Jack, the soldier, as well. So Christopher says, yeah, guys, no problem. Going to go big here and take out half of the enemy team with my sticky bombs. It's not that hard, really. You know, playing Demo Man, just watch me. So here we go, they've taken out half the enemy team. Now the medic for the POMS still has Uber, but with 3 down, there's not really a lot they can do to hold this except try and get a flank here. And wow, Insomniac goes down, and Christopher is zoning out that door, so the scout can't walk in through the door, he'd just get exploded to death. Never a good feeling. So everybody on Fragnetic walking onto this point. Now here comes a crit. Wow, huge crit. Sticky's coming in from, I think YL actually is the demo man for POMS. That was amazing. Whether it was 1 or 2 of them, he managed to kill 3 players with either 1 or 2 crit Stickies. He didn't kill the medic, so it's 1 medic, 1 demo, and 1 soldier left alive for Fragnetic, but that is a difficult position to be in because you can get attacked from all sides. The enemy is pretty much 6 up right now, so Christopher goes down. And we're going to have to see if Miss Awesome can stay alive. Mike ending up taking down Insomniac there, so I think he's doing a good job there of defending his medic. But everybody kind of has to drop back here from mid. So it is 3-1 right now. If you guys didn't know, it's 3-2. Fragnetic actually managed to pull out a good turnaround in that first half, and we have to see now what's going to happen in the second half, because the POMS look like they can make a pretty good comeback here. Of course, these are played to 5 all caps, and so we're going to see here. It looks like everybody on Fragnetic now, of course, is expecting the Kritzkrieg to come in at any moment from the POMS, so they're playing very conservatively here. They want to make sure they see and hear the crits coming in and manage to dodge. That's why, of course, everybody's playing so far back right now. Now, here's the interesting thing. Chris actually jumping off of his pill there because he didn't want to let his sticky traps die. So, using that pill to jump, it's kind of difficult to time when you're first starting it out, but it gets pretty easy once you realize what the timing is. Now, he actually gets jumped there by Shirls, so Shirls doing a great job there. Finally dies. The hat flies off, looking like not especially happy about that death, but at least managed to knock out Chris, of course. Knocking out the Demo Man is always an important thing to do in a 6v6. Because if you don't have a Demo Man, you don't have Stickies lying around to shut down all the different lanes of attack. So here we go. Chris finally getting back out there. He'll be able to lay the Stickies down again shortly, but Fragnetic has once again been pushed back to their second point. They only have about 50% Uber and are actually being pretty aggressive here. I wonder if they've gotten a pick or something, or if they just expect the enemy to be out of position. But yeah, they're being really aggressive, pushing into the right side here, and now, of course, they drop back a little bit. And yeah, it looks like because they've all shown themselves to be over there, it looks like now they've got a little bit of a scout problem over on the left-hand side, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, there they go. They're managing to sticky trap once again, set up their little defense here. Now, of course, yeah, it looks like they did not have the position they really wanted to defend blue coming in here, so they have to drop back a little bit. They may even let this get capped. I'm not sure. Oh, there may be a sniper up, actually. I think I saw a sniper out there for the POMS, but I haven't seen it picked right now. Wow, okay, lots of damage coming in for Chris. He does get taken down by Jack, who is, of course, ice skating. 3 health left, but I think he managed to grab that health kit, so he should be okay. And they forced a pop from Miss Awesome, a defensive Uber pop. But Speedhack and Mike both going for a back cap there, I think. Speedhack may end up getting taken down here. But that back cap was really, really crucial because Fragnetic had to pop their Uber. They weren't in a good position, and now it's caused POMS to just have to turn around and try and recap their own point. YL here managed to get a big pick on Remix, that is. But now Shirls, Nevdog both gone down, so they've lost 2 players. And Christopher here, looks like actually Fragnetic has taken full advantage of that back cap. They now own the middle point, so that's a really impressive turnaround there from Fragnetic, where it looked like they could have very easily lost that round. Now I think they've actually got it won. But it depends on who can push in and who can attack whom, who's going to drop the next Uber. Fragnetic here, now sitting kind of far back on their mid. They expect the enemy, I think, to push in and attack with an Uber here. At any moment, they'll just, of course, be able to drop right back through their own choke if that happens. But it looks like it doesn't actually happen, so all that fretting and worrying, you guys didn't need to worry so much. The enemy actually didn't want to push in. They were waiting for you. See how it works? All right. Fragnetic wants to now, I think they've got their 100% here, so they're going to start being more aggressive. I don't know if they're going to push in without taking picks, but there they go. Nevdog and Shirls both go down. That's a scout and a soldier for POMS, and now the other scout as well. So they're 3 members down. Fragnetic says, you know what, this will be a really good time to go in and attack. And the enemy has a Kritzkrieg, it sounds like, but with, of course, an Uber popped and the crits already fading away, that means that Fragnetic manages to get that cap no problem. Now they've left their scouts back behind to cap the second point so that the rest of their team can push in here and cap last. All their heavy class is going to walk in at once, deal a lot of damage here, killing a scout, a soldier, looks like a heavy coming up, and an engineer, but it's too little too late. Fragnetic brings it up to 4-2 against the POMS. Boom. I like that 300 damage crit. So we just have to wait and see whether Fragnetic can close it out, cinch the game, put them to 5-2, or whether we can see a really huge comeback here from the POMS. Not exactly sure. Actually, I am exactly sure what's going to happen because I've already watched it, but you're not sure, so enjoy the ride. We've got a really big, aggressive rollout here once again from Fragnetic. Miss Awesome's actually followed Christopher up here. I like that play. They have managed to really keep the enemy from doing a lot of just about anything. Speed Hack and Mike going really big on the enemy scouts there. Insomniac down, and I think one other down as well. I didn't see who the other one was in the kill feed, but there was a lot of damage going down. So Fragnetic really liking their positioning right now. Now they're playing back right here because once again I'm not sure, they haven't taken the medic out yet, so they may be expecting a Kritzkrieg once again, which of course you don't want to be caught out of position for one of those. If you end up taking a crit sticky to the face, it's 300 damage, guys, and there it is. There actually was a Kritzkrieg, but a good counter pop on the Uber there, making them all invulnerable. Of course, you know, 300 damage times 0 is still 0, believe it or not. So Fragnetic walking in here and saying, yeah, your Kritzkrieg is done, guys, and I think that pretty much means you're done. Get out of here. Get off my point. So Shirls goes down, YL down now as well. We've got a lot of damage coming in here by Chris, but of course Chris taking a lot of damage, and he's having to fall back just a little bit, find that medic. They haven't actually even capped the middle yet. That's kind of weird. Maybe there was a back cap going on and I missed it. In fact, I think I remember the same thing happening. Of course, I've watched this once before, and I didn't catch it then either. So wow, really bad on my part. But looking like a lot of damage coming in here, yeah. And Shirls, of course, no sir. Standing out there, not of course the greatest thing. He was just caught a little bit out of position there by Fragnetic, and so that's exactly what they wanted. They want to make sure they can get as many picks before they walk into last as possible. Now, I didn't catch whether Miss Awesome had 100%, but just looking at, yeah, it looks like Miss Awesome actually did pop. She had 100%, so they're going to walk in here. They managed to take out, I think the medic may already be down, but if not, that's going to be the game, guys. Thank you for watching. That was Fragnetic versus the POMS. It was 5-2 for Fragnetic Gaming. So, check me out, of course, on Justin TV, Twitch TV/FatMop, and make sure to hit that subscribe button on here if you haven't yet. I will be bringing lots more casts coming at you in the future. So I will see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in.